Today we bring you heartbreaking news. Greene, the legendary Oscar-nominated actor best known for his unforgettable role in Dances with Wolves, has passed away. The world of cinema is in shock, fans are devastated, and Kevin Costner, his longtime friend and co-star, has shared a tearful tribute that is already breaking hearts around the world. This is not just the loss of an actor, it is the loss of a man who carried stories, culture, and dignity with him into every performance. Although the funeral has not yet been announced, we will share every detail as soon as it becomes available. For now, we remember Greene and the enormous legacy he leaves behind. On September 1, 2025, Greene passed away in Stratford, Ontario at the age of 73. Reports confirmed that he died of natural causes after battling a lengthy illness. For many, the news did not seem real at first. He was one of those rare actors whose presence felt timeless, as though he would always be here with us. But illness had quietly been a part of his life in recent years, something few outside his closest circle knew about. His departure marks the end of a remarkable chapter in Hollywood history, but his spirit and work will never be forgotten. To truly understand the loss, we must look back at the life he lived. Born on June 22, 1952, in Oswego, Ontario, within the Six Nations Reserve, Greene belonged to the Oneida First Nation. Long before cameras and red carpets, he lived an ordinary life. He worked as a carpenter, welder, draftsman, even as a roadie for rock bands. Acting was not his first calling, but once he found it in the 1970s, he never looked back. His raw talent and quiet strength quickly set him apart, and it wasn't long before he was noticed by filmmakers who saw in him something rare and powerful. Everything changed in 1990 when Kevin Costner cast him as Kicking Bird in Dances with Wolves. Greene did not just play the role, he embodied it. He spent long hours learning the Lakota language, practicing words phonetically until they rolled off his tongue with precision. He gave Kicking Bird dignity, depth, and heart. Audiences around the world were moved, and critics praised his performance as one of the most authentic portrayals of an indigenous character ever seen in Hollywood. That role earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor, forever securing his place in film history. The movie itself went on to win 7 Oscars, but for many viewers, it was Greene's soulful performance that lingered most, in memory. From there, his career flourished. Greene appeared in more than 200 film and television productions, a staggering number that reflects his dedication and range. He brought power and nuance to roles in Thunderheart Maverick, Die Hard with a Vengeance, The Green Mile, The Twilight Saga, Reservation Dogs, The Last of Us, and most recently, Marvel's Echo. Each role was different, but in every one, he carried the weight of authenticity. He was not just acting, he was telling stories that mattered. For indigenous communities, Greene's success was more than personal achievement. It was representation, visibility, and pride on the world stage. He opened doors for countless others to follow. The depth of this loss is felt not only by fans, but also by those who worked alongside him. Kevin Costner, who shared the screen with Greene in Dances with Wolves, released a heartbreaking tribute just a day after his passing. On Instagram, Costner wrote about the deep respect he had for his friend, calling him a master at work and a wonderful human being. He spoke of Greene's commitment to authenticity, recalling how seriously he took learning Lakota for the film. "I'm grateful to have been witness to this part of his lasting legacy," Costner said. "Rest in peace, Graham." His words carried not just admiration, but genuine sorrow. Costner's voice, usually steady, trembled in grief as he remembered a man who had given everything to his craft. This tribute is a reminder of how deeply Greene touched those around him. It wasn't just about the movies or the awards or the recognition. It was about friendship, respect, and the invisible bond that forms between artists who create something timeless together. Dances with Wolves was more than a film. It was an experience that changed both men's lives, and in Costner's message, you can feel the weight of that shared journey. While the public mourns, Greene's family grieves in private. He is survived by his wife, Hilary Blackmore, with whom he shared more than 3 decades of marriage. He also leaves behind his daughter, Lily Lazar Greene, and his beloved grandson, Tarlo. At home, away from the spotlight, Greene was a gentle soul who found joy in ordinary things. Friends recall that he and his wife kept a home filled with love, laughter, and even a small army of cats who were as much a part of the family as anyone else. For them, this loss is not about an icon. It is about a husband, a father, and a grandfather whose absence will be felt in every corner of their lives. At this time, no funeral or memorial service has been announced. The family has asked for privacy as they navigate this painful moment. It is understandable. They need time to process, to grieve, and to heal. But the world will certainly gather in remembrance soon. When the funeral details are confirmed, we promise to bring you those updates immediately. The ceremony will not only honor the man, but also the trail he blazed, the people he inspired, and the dignity with which he lived. Graham Greene's career was not just about the spotlight. It was about responsibility. He often spoke about the importance of representation and how every role he accepted had the potential to change perceptions. For Indigenous youth watching films and television, seeing Greene on screen was proof that their voices and stories mattered. He carried that responsibility with grace, never allowing fame to overshadow the deeper meaning of his work. In every interview, he made sure to highlight the communities he came from and the struggles they faced, ensuring that his success was never only about him. It was about everyone who walked that path with him. Many colleagues who worked with Greene describe him as humble and soft-spoken. Despite his fame, he never behaved like a star. On sets, he was often the first to arrive and the last to leave. He listened more than he spoke, but when he did share his thoughts, people listened with respect. There was wisdom in his words, a quiet strength that made even the busiest production crew pause for a moment. This humility, combined with his deep dedication, made him beloved not just by audiences but also by directors, producers, and fellow actors. Fans, too, are mourning his loss in profound ways. Across social media, messages have poured in from around the world. Viewers have been sharing memories of the first time they saw him in Dances with Wolves or The Green Mile, explaining how his character stayed with them for years. Some Indigenous fans have spoken about how seeing Greene on screen gave them pride in their identity, encouraging them to dream bigger. For others, his performances became part of their own family traditions, movies they would rewatch every year, moments they would never forget. In this way, his influence stretched far beyond Hollywood into countless personal lives. Though we wait for official details, it is worth reflecting on what a proper farewell will mean. Graham Greene was more than an actor. He was a symbol of resilience and representation. His funeral will undoubtedly be a gathering of family, friends, and admirers from across the world. It will be a celebration of life as much as a mourning of loss, and it will remind us all that though he is gone, his work, his spirit, and his influence will endure. The screen may go dark, but the light he carried remains. In closing, Graham Greene's passing leaves behind a silence that is heavy and profound. Yet within that silence lives the echo of his performances, his wisdom, and his humanity. He gave us characters who were not only believable, but unforgettable. He showed us the beauty of culture, the power of authenticity, and the courage it takes to stand firm in a world that often misunderstands. Kevin Costner's tearful words capture the truth. Graham Greene was not only a gifted actor, but a wonderful human being. His journey on Earth may have ended, but the stories he told and the lives he touched will live forever. Stay with us, as we will bring you the details of his funeral the moment they are announced. For now, we honor his memory. Rest in peace, Graham Greene. You will never be forgotten.